What's up, Average Dad fans? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going full vlog style. Yes, your 40-year-old average dad has become a vlogger, or at least for this video, and we are 6 months through the year, meaning I have my top 10 phones of the year so far. And I think it's good to remind people how much cool tech comes out on like a monthly basis. So by the end of just 6 months, we have so many cool phones. The difference with my top 10 compared to a lot of other reviewers, I've owned, used, had my SIM card slapped in all of these phones, and no, they're not just global versions from your tyrants like Apple, Samsung and Google. So without further ado, let's go. Now, before I talk about the top 10, a slightly heavier topic than you'll probably ever hear me talk about, but I just wanted to touch on it. So, as you all know, I have the Average Dad members group on WhatsApp. I'm not going to share any links or anything, this isn't about that. Over the weekend, the group got a message from a family member of one of my group members informing us all that this person had passed away. Now, I'm not going to say any names. I'm going to leave it completely private because that's just how I think it should be, and I'm going to definitely try not to get emotional, but this person was an active member in the members group, an active member on my premieres and live streams, and just a really super upbeat, positive person. This person passed away suddenly the day before his 40th birthday, and I think that's why it's hitting home just a bit more for me and a lot of members in the group. I turned 40 last July. I'll be 41 obviously this July, and I think it was just another example that life gives you, that life is short. And as one of my members posted in the group chat, not every day is promised. So while you're watching this tech video, just remind yourself that we are very privileged to be here. We're very privileged to potentially have all this tech and all that material stuff, but really the main privilege is we're here with our loved ones, and we woke up today. So shout out and recognition to this member's family. Hopefully you're watching this and you know who you are, and as I already said, I'm here for you if I can do anything, as is the group. This tech community is pretty damn fantastic. So yeah, that's it. Just wanted to say that. Thank you for listening for the past minute or so, and just maybe leave a love heart in the comments or something to show some support. Now, let's talk top 10. So, it must be a weird year because the first phone on my list, coming at number 10, is a flip phone. Yes, not a candy bar, not a large format foldable, it's a flip phone. Fairly recently, and maybe there's some recency bias in here, I was travelling in Dubai and got sent the Motorola Razr 60 Ultra, and yeah, the flip phone itself kind of blew me away. It was everything I'd seen from a flip phone before, and just a little bit more in terms of form factor, features, obviously that buzzword AI, design, wood colour or wood theme, actual wood, pretty damn cool. So I'm not going to go through all the features and stuff. Every single one of my videos in the top 10 does have its dedicated review on my channel, so you can search it. But I guess, as I say, the highlight for me for the Motorola was the outside cover screen. The fact that you can actually reply to apps, view pretty much every app in the outer 4-inch screen mode, which meant that you didn't always have to unfold the device. And for me, that's always been the kind of biggest pain in the backside. While clam phones have their place, you always have to unfold them. Unlike large format foldable phones with giant cover screens, they have a bit more of a break when it comes to unfolding and folding the devices. So, at number 10, the Motorola 60 Ultra. Now, at number 9 on my list is another kind of clamshell phone. It's the Huawei Pur X. I'll be honest, this phone is going to struggle to find its place, but I appreciate Huawei for their efforts, because for the very small number of people that didn't realise they needed this form factor, this is going to be their favourite phone. Now for me, this isn't a clam, this isn't a foldable, it's a clammable. Can't even remember what I decided to call it. But the larger outside screen, the form factor and width, which was really good for consuming content in your usual 16:9 landscape mode, I really appreciated. I also appreciated the fact that this had a decent camera system on it. Not many clamshell phones, if we compare it to them, have that. So yeah, Huawei Pur X is on the list, but again, when it comes to Huawei, you're always kind of limited when it comes to software and lack of Google support, lack of Android support. There are workarounds. Again, the workaround videos linked to my channel, but yeah, while not for everyone, I couldn't not include the Huawei Pur X on the list. Now, number 8 on the list is the first candy bar phone. And again, before you start commenting when you hear the full list, please remember this is phones from 2025. The Oppo X8 Pro, the OnePlus 13, the Honor Magic 7 Pro were all out last year, so they're not going to be on the list. Spoiler alert. One phone that is on the list and did come out just very recently, I actually still have my main SIM card in this phone, is the Samsung S25 Edge. Yes, while this is an overpriced device, as I mentioned in my review, it's a stunning piece of tech. The build quality, the dimensions, the screen, there's a lot to love about this device. No, the cameras aren't truly flagship. The battery is somewhat underwhelming at 3900 milliamp hours. But if we just take the Edge for what it is, which is the world's thinnest phone right now, innovation counts. That's why Huawei Pur X is on here. We have to applaud brands, even Samsung, for pushing the boundaries, even if it's ever so slightly. So Samsung, congratulations, you have made my list. For any Samsung nights, there's another Samsung on my top 10 as well, believe it or not. And as promised, at number 7, it's another Samsung. The Samsung S25 Ultra. The weird thing is, the S25 Edge almost makes the S25 Ultra seem like a cheap, or at least good deal of a phone. And yeah, I never thought I'd be saying that. So, the S25 Ultra, you all know the specs, you all know its quad camera setup. It's got what I believe the world's best smartphone display at Quad HD plus 120Hz, but with the anti-reflective coating on the display. I don't use screen protectors, so I much prefer that it's built into the actual glass itself. We know it's One UI, we know it's Android 15, it's a Snapdragon Elite chip, overclocked at that. It's just a really likeable phone. It does have an S Pen as well, the only one on this device to have a built-in S Pen, but not the only one to have S Pen support, or at least stylus support. So yeah, shout out to Samsung. Well done. As always, every year your Ultra phone will most likely make my list. This year, because you're kind of slipping behind a little bit, you're number 7. Yes, there are 6 phones superior to the S25 Ultra, for sure, in my opinion. Now, number 6 on my list is another candy bar phone, and it's a big boy. It's another Ultra device, and it's Xiaomi. The Xiaomi 15 Ultra is my 6th favourite smartphone of 2025. And just because this is number 6, don't think that it makes it, oh, it can't be that good. Nonsense. The top 10 is full of just world beaters, absolute titans. Why the Xiaomi has made number 6 on my list is because, well, almost everything. The cameras, the build quality, the design, that two-tone Leica version, absolutely stunning. I'm getting attacked by geese here. Yeah, that goose was definitely eyeballing me, so that's distracted me. What else was I talking about? Display, yes. I think the downside for me on the Xiaomi is in some of the post-processing, sometimes photos, particularly longer zoom photos, look a bit plasticky. AI isn't doing the best job, unlike on other devices on this list. And the software, HyperOS is lacking something. It's not bad, it's just not Samsung's One UI or Oppo's ColorOS or Vivo's Origin OS. There's just a little bit of tweaking they need to do with software and features. However, shout out to Xiaomi for releasing the photography kit. Came free when you ordered the global version, and another shout out to Xiaomi because they did release the Xiaomi 15 Ultra globally, which does, for many of you, give it bonus points. I use a Chinese ROM device as my main, I use a Chinese ROM device as my main candy bar phone because everything just works. But some people want the satisfaction and I guess just confidence in a global ROM device. So the fact that Xiaomi released this globally is a big positive, but not positive enough to put it above 6 on my top 10. Now, here's a weird angle. Before we get into the top 5, I want to talk about 2 of the coolest pieces of tech I have used this year. I have 8 ducks around my feet just now. Number 1, the X-Real Pro AR glasses. I have used them, but I've not reviewed them yet. I use them when traveling. I use them in hotel rooms once or twice. It's just really cool to have like a 160-inch display right in your eyes without disturbing anyone else on the plane. You can connect Bluetooth speakers with them. Yeah, the future of AR or VR glasses as well is pretty damn bright. And to this day, I still use the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. Again, super handy to get some POV shots, just take photos or videos while traveling. So yeah, shout out to the X-Real 1 Pro, I believe they're called. And the second bit of cool tech is the Huawei MateBook Fold. I obviously just got this a few days ago, and you've seen my first impressions, so you know I'm gassed about it. I am like a kid in a candy store when it comes to the Huawei MateBook Fold. Windows 11 runs virtually, Google Chrome, all your Google apps, all your Microsoft works. The Huawei native browser's absolutely fine. The 18-inch foldable screen is like nothing I have ever seen. It can be used as a sort of tablet if you're psycho. It comes with a wireless keyboard, which feels really nice and premium. The colours it comes with, the build quality, again, Huawei are just killing it in terms of smartphones and laptops and foldable laptops. And spoiler, there's a Huawei in my top 5 phones. There you go. Okay, we're keeping this train rolling with number 5 on my list. It's an Oppo, and it's the Oppo Find X8 Ultra. Again, I know, James, watching this video, you're probably going to be like, I've lost my mind, because the X8 Ultra is just almost perfect in every way. And the issue with the phones in 2025, they're just so advanced. So there's no real reason not to pick any of the top 5 to be my number 1. If I had to say one drawback of the Oppo, it's probably that it's not global. It's probably that you want to rock this as your main daily driver 365 days a year because it is just so damn good. But when you have to download the Curve app, or when you have to avoid using certain Wear OS smartwatches, or when you have to download something silly like a QR scanner app rather than just scan it straight from your phone's camera, that's just too annoying for some people. And I'll be honest, when traveling, it's far easier to have a global device for scanning QR codes. It may sound mental. And I know it sounds mental because you can just download a QR scanning app, but they've got ads and they're just not as smooth. Global devices offer a bit more convenience, such as eSIM support and that QR scanning mode. And I know I'm getting into the weeds a bit. I mean, Mike, you're talking about QR code scanners, but when we're talking about the top 5, every little helps, and that's why the Oppo X8 Ultra is down at number 5. But in terms of cameras, it's probably number 2 of the year so far. In terms of display, it's in the top 3. Build quality, top 3. Overall look, could have done with a vegan leather, probably top 5. So yeah, every category is doing really well for the Oppo X8 Ultra. I guess the one positive of the X8 Ultra is the price. You can get this ultra behemoth for anywhere between £850 and £950 depending on your storage. Obviously on the Average Dad Tech store, but other import stores do exist. If you are looking for any of these phones apart from the S25 Edge, I stock them all through the Average Dad Tech store. There's the plug out the way. Now, I'm actually knackered now. Jeez, oh, so unfit. So, number 4 on the list. Number 4 on the list was the first smartphone I reviewed in 2025, and it's an upgrade to the Honor Magic 7 Pro. It's the Honor Magic 7 RSR Porsche design. Arguably still the best looking phone I have ever clapped eyes on. Arguably still top 2 or 3 zoom phones on the planet. The display is great. The software is getting better from Honor Magic OS. The price depends on you. Do you want a half terabyte or a terabyte? Do you want global or Chinese? With the RSR, you have options. And that price, folks, has come down quite a bit since launch in January. So bang for buck, the Honor Magic 7 RSR with Android Auto out the box, even on the Chinese version, is a strong contender. I've put the Honor above the Oppo because Honor as a brand, as I mentioned before, are so improved. From where they came from a few years ago to be the offshoot of Huawei, to be the younger sister company, the more budget friendly phone, to now have phones like the Honor Magic V3, not on the list because it came out last year, the Honor Magic 7 Pro, the Honor Magic 7 RSR, even the budget-friendly Honor Magic 400 Pro, which I've not used yet, but I've heard raving reviews from the members and other YouTube channels as well. So Honor are making big moves, and I wanted to not reward them because they're there on merit, but they're number 4 on my list. And we've made it to the top 3. The top 3 phones that I have used this year so far. I'm going to tell you what the 3 are actually. It's between the Huawei Mate X-T, the world's first tri-folding phone. It does only fold twice, but they've called it a tri-fold. The Vivo X200 Ultra, the best camera phone in the world, and if I remember, I'll link the Versus channel video down below. They just dropped an unbelievably comprehensive and robust zoom comparison video from the Vivo X200 Ultra, the OnePlus 13. I think they had 10 phones involved, and the Vivo, spoiler, absolutely destroyed the competition. It actually fairly held its own with a Nikon. I believe the camera's like £6,000 plus to buy. So yeah, the Vivo, as I've mentioned in all my videos, kind of negates the need for a mirrorless camera in a lot of situations. Anyway, the other phone in my top 3 is the Oppo Find N5. I've said it before, it's still my daily driving foldable phone, and it has been for months now. It's the perfect combination of outer screen size, inner screen size, thickness, weight, and overall reassurance. It's not too thin, and it's not too light that it feels a bit unsafe to use. So, in my order, because it's my video, I am calling number 3 the Huawei Mate X-T. Yes, the Huawei Mate X-T. Where do we start? It folds twice. It's a 10.2 inch display when unfolded all the way. Yes, 10.2 inches. It's got a triple camera setup on a foldable phone with 5 times optical zoom. It's got 50 watts wireless charging, and I'm just going to tell you now, when it's fully unfolded at its thinnest point, it's something stupid like 4mm. When it's folded up that 3 times, or folded up twice, it's under 13mm. Engineering capabilities beyond anything I could ever imagine, let alone produce. So again, like I've said with the Pur X and the MateBook Fold, just shout out to Huawei. Shit, I've just realised the Mate X-T came out last year, didn't it? Oh well, screw it, it's staying in. It's fine, comment, I know, yes, I know it was released last year, but screw you guys, it's my video, it's staying in. I broke my own rule, damn it, so hard. So yeah, it was released last year and it deserves to be here. It's just amazing, I love it, it's beautiful and fair play. There is also chat of a Huawei Mate X-T2 coming out next year, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Now we've made it to the top 2, and it's my favourite candy bar phone versus my favourite foldable phone. Both my main phones when I'm not daily driving phones I've just reviewed. So when the S25 Edge is done with in just a few days, I'll be putting my SIM card back in the Vivo X200 Ultra. My my UAE phone number is always slapped inside my Oppo N5. So what do I want to put number 1? A foldable or a candy bar phone? It is the Average Dad channel, and I am kind of known for foldable phones. So at number 2, the Vivo X200 Ultra. Yes, I don't need to tell you any more about this phone, from its design to build quality to display and cameras and Origin OS software and the photography kit they've released, which by the way could definitely be better. Don't in fact forget I've said that. The photography kit is fine, the zoom lens is good for some random scenarios, but no, it's all about the phone and I love it. I don't have a bad word to say about the X200 Ultra other than please give us a global release. We deserve it. Could you imagine how many people would buy the Vivo X200 Ultra if it was global? And I do just want to take a second to shout out MKBHD, Super Saf, Mr. Who's the Boss. While you don't get in the weeds with these Chinese ROM devices, and you never have done, I do notice that more and more you're mentioning them. So thank you, because it's your voices, it's your influence that lets people know what's out there. You don't have to stick with just what's released from Apple or Samsung or Google. There is a whole world of smartphones out there, so thank you guys. And yeah, what more can I say? If you own the Vivo X200 Ultra, why don't you tell people what it's like? Leave a comment down below and let everyone know how, well, you know how amazing I think it is, but give your honest feedback in the comments down below. And that goes for any phone I've mentioned so far. Well, you know what number 1 is, so it includes number 1. At number 1, the Oppo Find N5. I want to talk about the things that aren't perfect on the N5, just to be measured. Doesn't have the best camera setup. Doesn't have the best camera setup on a foldable phone, let alone on any phone. The speakers are a downgrade from the OnePlus Open, in my opinion.
The RS6 about, and I'm going to race them over the stunning quarter mile. I'm Matt Watson, you're watching Car Wow.
But other than that, it ticks every single box I could ever want from a foldable phone. And a theme of this video, variety. You can get a Chinese version and 3 storage variants in 3 colours. That vegan leather purple version is stunning. Or you can get the global half terabyte version in 2 different colours. Smartphone brands like Oppo, Xiaomi, Vivo being able to offer global versions of these stunning devices is huge. So the more and more people like, well, not me, because it's little old me, but the more and more people like Marquez or Aaron or Saf talk about these phones, the more likely we are to have them released globally. I just let this car pass. Because that's what we all need. Not just because we want the selection and variety, but because we want companies like Samsung and Apple to have to push boundaries. And it ain't going to happen until more and more phones like the Oppos and Vivos and Xiaomis and Huawei's of the world. Huawei's a separate kettle of fish. Huawei have been shafted left, right and centre, but you know what they keep doing? Fighting back, bringing out just unbelievable phones from every category. So yeah, Huawei, I love you. And there we have it, my top 10 phones of 2025. A vlog style video for basically the first time. You can let me know in the comments if you liked it. If you're looking for fucking hours of images and footage of these phones, I've done the full reviews, I've done first impressions, I've done unboxings, it's all there. This video was purely just what I like to do, a connection video to let you know what Mike likes, what I'm still using, where I am in the world. So that has been my take on the top 10 of 2025. These videos are cool because a comment section exists where you can let me know your top 10 or top 5 or maybe just top 3 to make it easier. There is no right or wrong. Especially in this video, after what I talked about and just about how life's not promised, please don't argue or be an arse in the comments. Give your opinion if it's different from mine, and that's okay because it's always subjective. There is no right or wrong when it comes to picking your favourite phone. This is just my opinion. I'll be back soon with more content on the MateBook Fold because I am aware there's a lot of people wanting more content on that and know how to set it up properly. So I'll be back soon with that video. And in terms of new releases, it's kind of quiet, I'll be honest. What have I got coming in? Nothing really. The Samsung Z Fold 7, I will have to get that. It does look like a marked improvement, even over the Samsung Special Edition. The Honor Magic V5, leaks, rumours, official photos, not even just leaks, have been shown. And if you're a fan of ultra thin tech, this is next level. So I'm going to continue my walk and maintain trying to lose about 100 kilos. Not really, I could do with losing like 40 kilos though, or 30 kilos, who knows. Let me know in the comments how fat average dad is and how many kilos he should use, or pounds. That was a joke, don't, you're just going to be mean. I shouldn't have even said that. Well, you know it'll hurt my feelings. In all seriousness, stay positive and yeah, until next time.